Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope all of you are fine and doing well. So the topic that we will discuss today it is the greenhouse effect. Basically, the greenhouse effect it is the term which is used to simply describe the heating of the atmosphere or the simple increase of temperature of the environment or the atmosphere. Now, why does it just happen owing to the presence of the carbon dioxide. It is mainly due to the presence of carbon dioxide and many other gases. Without the presence of these gases, the heat from the sun would return to the space in the form of IR radiations. So when we have the direct sunlight over the atmosphere, that heat is not absorbed by the earth's surface. In turn, it will be reflected back. But around the Earth's surface, there we have the layer of gases, which is mainly consisting of the carbon dioxide. It prevents these gases or the heat to be returned to the space, and there is an increase in temperature due to this. So that's why, as the layer of these gases or the carbon dioxide works as a protective layer. So that's why it is known as the greenhouse effect. Likewise, if we have the green shade over somewhere and at the end lower part we are just sitting, then the radiations will come out and they do not be allowed to go back. So this green shield will work as the protective layer. This green layer is just like the carbon dioxide layer over the Earth's surface. This is known as the greenhouse effect. Now let's have a look on the greenhouse gases. Basically, when we talk about the greenhouse gases, there are almost three types. Number one gas we have it is methane. Its formula is CH4. Then we have N2O that is nitrous oxide, and we have CO2 which is carbon dioxide, and we have ozone which is O3. These gases are known as the greenhouse gases. So they just worked as when the rays come out over the Earth's surface, they do not allow them to go back or reflect back to the upper atmosphere. As there is a normal concentration of the carbon dioxide that retains the enough heat to keep in the atmosphere, and in turn it just warm up the atmosphere. So the normal concentration of CO2 is necessary, and in turn it is the beneficial for the atmosphere and for the living organism. But on the other hand, if the average concentration of carbon dioxide increases, then it will absorb more heat in it. In turn, there is the more warm temperature. But without this layer, is not easy, or it would have been unattainable to live in this atmosphere or to live on the earth. So that's why it is very necessary. When we talk about the Earth's temperature or the average temperature, that would be about minus 20 degrees Celsius rather than prese- present average temperature, which is almost 15 degrees Celsius. So basically, carbon dioxide, we cannot call it as an air pollutant. It in turn helps to keep the temperature high in the atmosphere. On the other hand, the use of the carbon dioxide we have, it is used by the plants for the process of photosynthesis. And the photosynthesis is mainly the process of making food by the plants or by the living organisms. So it is an essential gas for the plants as the oxygen gas, which is essential for the living things. Because without carbon dioxide, it would not be possible for the plants to make the glucose or to make the food. On the other hand, the plants also use the oxygen gas for the process of respiration, and the living things then give out the carbon dioxide, which is then used by the plants for the process of photosynthesis. So, this is the main cycle which is very necessary to keep the natural balance around us. So, these gases helps us to sustain a proper life over there in this atmosphere. We have some explanation of the greenhouse effect. So, in this picture, you can see that as the sun rays are coming to the earth towards the earth, and then they are deflected back to the atmosphere. This is the natural process of going in which the heat just go out from the atmosphere, because that carbon dioxide layer you can it is very thin. But as the layer of the carbon dioxide increases in width or increase in the concentration of the carbon dioxide, this is just due to the human activities that results in trapping the heat. Now it will be started to trap the heat. Now less heat will go out, more heat will be there inside our atmosphere, and there will be more heat. In turn, the temperature will be increases, and it will be helps us to keep or to sustain the life in a good way. Now, what are the main activities of the human beings due to this carbon dioxide increases? It is the process of respiration, that is adding up carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. It is the use of the aerosol sprays. It is the more use of the air conditioners, and etc. All these activities are adding up the carbon dioxide into the atmosphere in turn, which is helpful for the greenhouse effect. So this was all about today's lecture. I hope you guys understand, and if you have any queries, you may ask me about that in the comment section, and I will get back to you guys soon. The next topic that we will discuss, it is the global warming. What does mean by it? We will discuss it in the next. For that time, you guys have a good day and keep learning.